Hey y'all, I'm finally back. I know it's been a minute, but man, life has been getting the best of me. I just been working hard, going to school, so I haven't had, time to get these videos out, but man, y'all, life is something else. I've been going through, if y'all can notice, my face is breaking out. I have bags under my eyes. I've been sick. I've been stressed. I've been depressed. I'm like, what's going on? Because I don't usually get like this. It's very, 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 very rare that I'm, down and out physically and down and out emotionally. And, lately I've been under the weather. I've been just stressing about things that I have no control of, stressing about things that I normally don't stress about. And true enough, I am a worrier. I worry about any and everything for whatever reason, but it just seems like lately, life has just been getting overwhelming. Excuse me. I haven't been getting the news that I wanted to receive. Bills are coming left and right, like just problems. So, and usually life goes good for me. Usually things work out in my favor. My skin is usually on fleek, is usually flawless. Like I usually don't have these type of problems. So I feel like whenever I go through things like this or periods of time like this where things just seem to be just overwhelming for some reason, or things just seem to be not going the way that I'm used to them going, that usually I have to evaluate some stuff. Usually I have to check myself and say, what's going on? What are you doing something wrong? Are you treating people wrong? Are you not doing something, are you lacking in some area? So and I got to thinking, and I don't know if I had made it clear to y'all, but, excuse me, as of last July, I had, kind of changed my life a little bit, and I had, been trying to walk with the Lord. I had been listening to Dr. Juanita Bynum. I had been reading my Bible. I had been praying. I had been worshiping. And I started to see an increase in my life. I started to just feel at peace. I started to, almost feel like I had no worries, even though I know life is going to show up and show out. And, there's always going to be a worry. It's always going to be, something, because it's life. But per usual, I wasn't stressing. I was cool. I was calm. I was collected. Like, just no issues, seriously. And I praised the Lord for that. I thanked him for giving me a peace of mind. I thanked him for, leading me to him and, getting to know him for myself. Because, I had kind of caught up in, asking all these questions, about religion and about, what do you think and what do you think? And, this person has an opinion and that person has an opinion. And, I told myself, you can't keep going around asking people, what do they think? You need to know for yourself, because when the time comes, you're going to be held accountable for yourself. You can't go off of what other people are telling you. So that's what prompted me to start, getting to know the Lord for myself. And so, like I said, things were going well. Things were going good. Lord was answering prayers. I actually, started to learn the power of prayer. I never was one to pray, but once I started doing it consistently, I literally started to see like a change in my life. I mean, God was working miracles. And that's not to say that he wasn't before, but I can say now that I was recognizing it. I knew that, okay, Lord, there's you. I prayed specifically for this, and this happened. And so, Lord, I know that you hear my prayers. I know that you care about me. I know that you love me. And so it just seemed like all of a sudden, life just, per usual, it gets the best of you sometimes. It just comes along and, a rough patch just erupts. And so that's what I've been going through lately. I just kind of been solo, not really socializing with anybody, just kind of worrying and wondering what's going to happen. And, I'm always the type of person that I never want to fail. I always want to be successful in everything that I do. And so when certain things occur or things don't go my way, sometimes I'm kind of sulky about it. I'm kind of like, oh, God, what is this? What is going on now? How can I get back on track? So, I had to think, like, what has changed? Because my schedule was the same. I work a job and a half, and I go to school. So I'm a hustler by nature. I like to get things done. I'm trying to be successful. I'm striving, So I felt like in the past I was able to handle that. Like, I'm going to work, I'm going to school, routine, I'm getting it done, whatever. I have no problem with that. I was able to, handle that. But it seems like as of late, I couldn't handle it. I don't know. It's just like things were just getting overwhelming. I was starting to get irritated. Like things that wouldn't normally bother me were bothering me. Even down to like my skin, like I told you guys, is breaking out. And usually I don't have that problem. So I know that I'm stressed. So I had to think about it. And so I started thinking about, okay, what has changed? What's going on? Is there something that I'm missing? And y'all, it was so simple. And I know a lot of people may not believe this, but I know it to be true. And I attribute it to me. I had let my walk with the Lord lapse, y'all. I had let it lapse. I had been, like I said, reading my word. I had been praying. I had been worshiping. And for whatever reason, I got distracted. I stopped reading every day. I stopped praying every day. And now that I look back on it, it seems like ever since I stopped doing that, that's when the attacks started coming. That's when I started feeling overwhelmed. That's when I started feeling fearful. That's when I started being worryful again. And if that's even a word, worryful. That's when I started being worried again. That's whenever, it seemed like all the problems I had were just crashing down all at once. And I'm like, Lord, is that right? Are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to show me that if I be faithful to you, you'll be faithful to me? And that's exactly what it is. And I got confirmation in a Facebook post that somebody posted, and they were talking about their battle and how they deal with depression, and they were able to control it and handle it as long as they give it to the Lord. And the minute that she didn't make time for the Lord, it seemed like those suicidal thoughts that she had came back even stronger. It seemed like she couldn't handle life. She was anxious all the time. And then at the end of her post, she went on to say, I don't know who this is for, but this is for somebody. And I'm here just to let you know, keep walking with God and he'll keep walking with you. And so I had to comment because I'm like, man, this post is for me. I don't deal with suicidal thoughts or depression like that on that level. I have bouts of depression where I'm depressed because, something didn't happen for me or go the way that I thought it should go. But I don't claim depression like that. But the fact remains that something changed in my life. Something changed whenever I stopped doing what I was supposed to do. And I just believe that to be fact, y'all. I believe that, once I got out of the word and I got out of praying and talking to the Lord, and I was seriously building a relationship with the Lord. Like, I didn't understand what those words meant at one point in time when people say, well, I have a serious relationship with the Lord and I talk to him and he talks to me. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's that religious talk. But once I started following that path, I understand what that means. I get it now. I mean, when you have a relationship with the Lord, and I'm not saying I was all deep into it and I was 100% Christian and I was, just following the word and being this perfect angel. I'm just saying that I made a conscious effort to tell God, you know what, God, my life needs to change. I'm ready to be committed to you. I want to walk in what you have for me. I want to be successful through you. I don't want to live out my life in you, because there's nothing but prosperity and success in the Lord. So, excuse me. So, where was I at? I started to do that, and I saw a difference in my life. I saw a huge difference. And so once I stopped doing that, it's almost like I started to regress back. And that's not to say that the Lord was punishing me and like, oh, if you don't read the Bible and if you don't pray and worship me, I'm going to punish you. No, it was more like I start to feel out of that comfort zone. With the Lord, I feel secure. I feel like I can face anything. I can handle anything because I know I have the Lord on my side. He's walking with me. Even in the down times, I'm going to praise him. I'm going to worship him, and nothing can stop me. But as soon as I quit doing that, it's like back to regular life. Here come the woes. Oh my God, it's time to worry. It's time to fret. And I had to recognize it for what it was. And so I just thank God right now, that he even gave me the mindset to recognize that that's what it is. That's what it is. And so, y'all, this walk is not easy. It's not easy. I'm trying. I'm at the very, very beginning stages, but it's not easy. But the Lord does bring revelation and he does bring confirmation. And so I'm just so thankful for that. So I'm just letting y'all know a little bit about what I've been going through and where I've been at. And, you know, hopefully I can get more videos pumped out, because I do like doing these videos. I do like to encourage and help people if I can, because I do think that I have a voice, you know, that needs to be heard. And, you know, we just live in a world now where everything is crazy. It's always bad news. You know, every day somebody's getting killed, especially here in St. Louis. This city is wild. And so we need all the positivity that we can get. And so as of now, I'm going to sign off, and just asking all of you to be an exclusive addition to everyone's life.